A week ago Friday, the Notre Dame Eagles had their season end when they lost in the state semis. But thanks to Kat Wells and a talented group of seniors, the team had a great year, making it to state for the first time in school history after winning the league, district, and regional titles. Tonight, Kat Wells and head coach Travis Galloway are in the house as we salute the Notre Dame Eagles. And Travis, you first. What was it like coaching young athletes like Kat Wells and some of the other ladies that really made it a big run and a big success in Notre Dame?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. The whole run this year, but not only this year, the past 4 years with these girls has been great. You know, I came in 4 years ago as a head coach, and they came in as freshmen that same year, and you know, we kind of developed a bond right away with that whole group, and to have them go out to have a chance to play at the shot, you know, in the biggest stage in the state semifinals was like a dream come true for myself as well as them. You know, obviously we came a little bit short, but we still had a great run.
Kat, what was it like for you? I can only imagine being a senior, getting to the Final Four.
Being a senior, I would say like coming, developing from where I was to now, and as a team, how we just worked hard, worked together, and our chemistry was great.
She talked about coming from where she was till now. Well, she and Demi Whitaker started all 4 years for you at the guard spots. Give us an idea how much improvement you've seen from Kat and just how neat it was, not only maturing on the court, but off the court as well.
Yeah, Kat has done a great job the last 3-4 years of just maturing as a person as well as a player. You know, from a basketball standpoint, she understood our offenses and defenses a lot more as she grew older and was in the system a lot more. She understood how to get the ball to the people where they can score. You know, she always had that little, you know, the pizzazz in her game right out of junior high, and that was fun to watch at times, but sometimes as a coach you just kind of pulled your hair out a little bit because it wasn't sometimes it wasn't appropriate at times, but she learned, you know, when to do those things and just to get people the ball in the right places and to be a great defender. You know, outside the court, you know, she's done a great job of just maturing overall. In the classroom, she you know, struggled early on at Notre Dame as a freshman, but then got things rolling, understood what it took, the work ethic it took in the classroom to be successful, the maturity level that it takes at Notre Dame to be successful, and she's done those things.
How did you get into basketball? Did you have brothers that play, dad play, uncle play?
Yeah, just playing pickup at the park with all my family. I was raised up mostly all boys, and I was the only girl, so I just stuck with it.
What was that like, growing up with all boys and brothers and cousins and stuff?
Honestly, it was crazy, you know, just coming from that family, like, but I'm used to it. So.
When you're out on the court and you're making those plays, and Coach Todd, you make some razzle-dazzle plays. I mean, you're behind the back, you're doing everything to get your teammates involved. What's that like, and what's going through your head? Obviously, it's a split-second decision.
Honestly, it's just the way it's my style of play. I just like to play street ball, but then I relax and play the real style. Like, I can mix up the styles.
Coach, you've had a little over a week now to kind of take it all in. What do you take from this year and the squad and the big run of the Final Four? Because it's quite exciting. It was quite a moment in Notre Dame history.
Yeah, obviously having a chance to make history with such a special group of kids, you know, in a community like Notre Dame that really came together during our tournament run was unbelievable. You know, I remember, you know, the Tuesday leading up to the state semifinals, I brought T-shirts over that we had to sell, and they went, I think we ordered 250 to start with, and they went in 45 minutes. So we had to keep ordering more shirts. I think we sold over 600. You know, so just the support the community had, the teachers, the faculty, the administration was great. You know, it's just been an unbelievable ride. And then you also realize how hard it is. You know, after you look back at everything, you feel like the regular season was 2 years ago. You know, the tournament's just such a different feel because there's so much more pressure on continuing to play and win and get better, and your preparation is even more intense and everything like that from a coaching standpoint. And you just wonder, you know, how does teams make it back year after year, you know, and hopefully we can be one of those teams in the future, but it's hard. I mean, it's hard work. It's hard work by the players, by the coaching staff, and to their credit and our coaching staff's credit, you know, they did a good job this tournament run, and we had to get, you know, a chance to play in the state semis because of it.
Kat, you've had a little over a week now to kind of digest it all. Same questions as Coach Galloway. What's it been like, and what are you going to take away from this experience? Going into the shot, and your eyes must have been as white as, you know, dollar bill, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I take it as motivation because it'll help me in the long run when I get to college and playing against more competition. So I just have to step up to play on a higher level.
You said going to college, you're going to the University of Toledo, and you're playing for the Rockets. And they're a good run to WNIT. What's that like, knowing that you're going to get to play here at home for Coach Culp in front of your hometown fans?
Knowing that I get to play at home, I'm really excited, and knowing that I will be connected with them, with the players and the coaches. They have a good coaching staff, and playing with Nama Shafir, I will be able to learn a lot from her.
And best of luck at University of Toledo. Best of luck. What are you going to do without all your players next year, Coach? You got a good young nucleus.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of young players that hopefully can step up and try to fill some big shoes, but they're big shoes. So, you know, the off season doesn't start quite yet for us, but when it does, we'll see. You know, we'll see what kind of work ethic the kids come with, and hopefully, you never know what happens next year, but we'll see.
Well, congratulations on a historic run. Best of luck. We'll follow you next year at Notre Dame. Of course, we'll follow you at the University of Toledo. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.